What's up, Brew Crew? I'm in Beverly, Massachusetts at Channel Marker Brewing. We're gonna go inside, talk to Justin, co-founder and head brewer, and see what he's got cooking up for us. Let's go. What's up, Brew Crew? I am in Beverly, Massachusetts at Channel Marker Brewing with co-owner and head brewer Justin. Justin, take me on this journey of delicious beer.
Awesome. Yeah, so these beers are super fresh. We actually packaged them ourselves yesterday. From morning until night. Took us.
The stickers dried yet?
The stickers should be dry. They just got out of the cooler. They've definitely settled. They're good to go. So today we'll be tasting a Matter of Moons, which is our Galaxy Forward double IPA. It's kind of our house double IPA. A iteration of our fruited sour series Siren. This batch we fruited with peach mango and raspberries. And then we'll finish up with the Commodore, which is actually the first time that we featured this beer in cans, and the first time we brewed it this year.
How did you guys get going at Channel Marker? How many years you've been running? And
Yep. So we opened our doors January 5th of 2019.
Okay.
So we're coming up on our second anniversary in January.
Awesome.
Which is really exciting. So we got a few cool beers that are planned for that, and we're excited to release those. We actually, all three of us, myself, Tim Corcoran and Jake Crandall, my two lifelong best friends and co-founders, got started in my garage about 2 miles down the road, in my garage. So all three of us are born and raised in Beverly, never left Beverly, still here, and probably will be for the rest of our lives. So kind of true
That's
county,
awesome.
so to speak.
True, yeah.
Yeah, we were 2020 Best New Brewery, as voted on by USA Today. Which definitely helped boost our kind of profile here on the North Shore. There's definitely a lot of great breweries out here. So to have that, honor kind of be voted on was definitely something that really helped draw people to us and through our doors. So this is a recipe that came from the garage. Hasn't really changed all that much aside from the scaling. So it's going to be hazy, juicy, your quintessential New England IPA, Galaxy, Citra Cryo, and Amarillo Cryo in this guy.
Almost has like a white grapefruit color to it.
Yep, definitely very opaque.
Yeah.
Densely hazy. We get a lot of pineapple on the nose as a result of the Galaxy and the yeast selection we use on this guy.
There's a creaminess in there in the middle that I wasn't expecting.
Cheers.
Cheers, yeah. Sorry, I jumped in there. So what was for you growing up 2 miles down the street here in Beverly, what was that aha moment of yours where you were like, I want to brew beer? Or
I think it was, the pinnacle beer for me that really kind of turned me on to craft was Haze by Treehouse.
Okay.
That was kind of the beer that for me was like an aha beer where I was like, wow, it's so impressive what beer can be. And these hazy, juicy, fruit forward IPAs, that's kind of the style that I really gravitated towards and enjoyed, drinking a lot. And from there, kind of got the itch to try home brewing. So this is back probably 7-8 years ago at this point. We brewed a terrible batch of a pale ale in my garage, and all of our friends were very kind with their feedback,
with the smiles,
with the smiles, and this is beer, I guess.
Great, guys.
So we kind of we did that, and then Tim and Jake will tell you I'm kind of a guy that tends to not do anything less than 100%. So when we decided to start home brewing, I kind of went head first into it.
Yeah.
Joined a homebrew club, started reading books, started attending webinars, did online learning sessions, attended homebrew sessions with a good friend in Everett, who's an awesome homebrewer, and really kind of learned everything that I could about homebrewing from him. I went, as a little bit of background, I went to school for business and finance and tech, and kind of always knew I wanted to start a business, but didn't know what I wanted to do. And brewing with Tim and Jake, we were in the garage every weekend we were brewing, and it kind of manifested itself into sharing enough beers and brewing enough good beers that eventually our friends were like, you guys are brewing beer that we actually enjoy
beer,
now.
talking about what you guys are going to do with your lives.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are we going to do with our lives as you're sitting there like making beer?
Yep.
And then all of a sudden it was it's like, do this.
Let's do this, And it's like, well, is the beer good enough? Because for us, that was kind of the biggest thing, was making sure that we could put out a product that was going to stand out in a very competitive market. The sour series tends to come from my partner, Tim.
Okay.
So he's got the sweet tooth of the three of us. So a lot of times he'll come to us with this idea, of a fruit combination, or a recent series we launched for our sour program was Propeller. So Propeller is a popsicle style inspired sour series.
Okay.
So he did a bomb pop. We did a collaboration actually with King's Brewing Company out of California. That was a bomb pop inspired sour. We did a blue raspberry popsicle style sour, a cherry vanilla. So we're kind of expanding on these more.
That's cool. You're going after nostalgic flavors.
Yeah, nostalgic flavors with that. So
those.
those come from Tim a lot of the times. And then the dark beers, Jake definitely has an input on those. So all three of us kind of.
So this is kind of like you three right here, in a sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's cool.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Siren Peach Mango Raz.
So Siren Peach Mango Raz. What do we got on the front? That looks like a siren.
Yep. So a siren is a mythical sea creature. So awesome. This is very fruit forward, but with a balanced acidity. Cheers.
Cheers.
So nice deep red color. You can smell kind of the lactic acid on the nose, the sourness.
Which is something that a lot of people I think, struggle with.
The peach is late for me.
I can smell the peach in the nose. Wow, it's like a roller coaster.
Yeah, there's a lot
going on.
Yep.
That's fantastic. What are these coming in at ABV?
These are 6%, and that's a true 6% post fruit addition.
Okay.
So we typically, at least for Siren, we add all the fruit post fermentation. So we'll crash the beer, dump the yeast, raise the temp, add the fruit, let the fruit kind of do its thing for a couple of days, then crash it, and then transfer it to a bright for carbonation.
Okay.
So our sours have been a nice beer for us because, we're a 2-barrel system, and that certainly has its limitations. And if you talk to any other breweries, they'll tell you we're absolutely nuts trying to be a 2-barrel brew house, and we are. But a big help for us on the production side has been these sours, because we can flip them over relatively quickly. So this right here, the Commodore, originally called Dad Bod in the garage.
Okay.
But in the spirit of trying to keep things nautical here, we did a rebranding when we launched officially, and called it the Commodore. So this is a peanut butter and chocolate porter. There you go, Chris. Here for you. Oh, there you go.
This is great, man.
Yeah, cheers.
Drink right along.
Ooh, a lot of nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
You like it?
It's good. It's like 10 ouncer for me. You know what I mean? Dessert beer.
This is dessert beer.
After dinner.
Yeah.
Because it's rich.
So traditionally, in all the past batches we brewed this beer, we used, I think, nibs from Ecuador. And recently we were contacted by this company out of Chicago, female owned and operated, and that was something that was a real selling point for us. We wanted to support them. And then they also were ethically sourcing all of their beans. And the nibs that we used in this batch, they had sent us 6 samples. And when I tell you that, I've never smelled differences in chocolates from the 6 bags that they sent us as samples. We were blown away. It was crazy, the differences between the cherries that came out, the dark fruits, kind of the denseness of some of the chocolate, the bitterness. It was just the range of flavors that you could get from these different nibs that they sent us. We were just kind of blown away.
That's cool.
So we ended up settling on a Haitian nib for this batch. So this is loaded with Haitian nibs and peanut butter.
Okay. What peanut butter is that?
It's an extract that we make. It's a tincture, and then we also do PB2, so the powdered peanut butter blend. So we add that right at the tail end of fermentation to really kind of stave off some of that.
Well, this is great for this time of year too. You know, we're going into winter.
People are going to be hunkering down
Yeah.
by the fire. You need a nice peanut butter porter.
If you're done with the ice cream after dinner, grab one of these.
Digestif. So in terms of stuff coming down the pipeline, we've been on a pretty big collaboration kick lately. So we brewed up a collaboration with Navigation out of Lowell. They've been around. They're kind of old dogs in the industry, so to speak. They've been around for probably 10, 15 years at this point. They're up in Lowell. So we had them down. PJ was a great resource for us as we were developing our business plan and opening doors and everything that goes along with that. He was definitely very helpful in answering a lot of questions. So we invited them down. We brewed up a double IPA that I think is coming out next week. The week after that, we had some friends of ours from Nyack, New York, Two Villains. They came down, they brewed a hazy double IPA. It was great to get to meet them and learn about their process, and a couple others planned before the end of the year.